I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in.
It was a day Sunny Hostin will never forget, but for all the wrong reasons. When Greg Gutfeld responded to Sunny's latest controversy, he didn't just criticize her, he completely shut her down. The result was an embarrassing moment that everyone is talking about. So what caused this intense clash? Sunny Hostin talked about her family's surprising history, and the way she explained it left her co-hosts, the audience, and the internet shocked. Before we get into the drama, make sure to like and subscribe, because you won't want to miss how Gutfeld completely destroyed Sunny's story live on air. Did you subscribe? Great, let's begin.
Hostin's obsession with race gets thrown back in her face. Today's video comes to us from Sunny Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry.
Oh, I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Fact of life. Interesting change of tune. For more, we go to our chief Sunny Hostin correspondent for a reaction.
Sunny Hostin experienced a day she will never forget, but for all the wrong reasons. When Greg Gutfeld reacted to her latest controversy, he didn't just criticize her, he completely shut her down. It turned into an embarrassing moment that everyone is discussing. So what started this big conflict? Sunny Hostin talked about her family's surprising history, and the way she explained it shocked her co-hosts, the audience, and people on the internet. Before we go into the details, make sure to like and subscribe, because you won't want to miss how Gutfeld completely crushed Sunny's story live on TV. Did you subscribe? Great, let's start. Sunny Hostin, who often criticizes America's past, found herself in an unexpected situation. On PBS's Finding Your Roots, Sunny discovered that her ancestors were not only victims of oppression, some of them were actually slave owners. Yes, you heard correctly. Her third great-grandfather owned at least one person, and Sunny's shocked reaction said everything. Gutfeld didn't waste any time pointing out what he saw as her double standards. Sunny is known for often talking about racism and blaming systemic racism for many problems, so this new family discovery seemed to go against many of her claims. And Gutfeld highlighted that in the sharpest way possible.
Well, first, I just want to go on the record to let everyone know that I am very much against slavery.
Okay.
Very brave to say that on this panel. Karma, definitely. I mean, it's one thing. It's going to be so awkward on new episodes of The View when she tries to pull the race card.
Yes.
And then she's like, America is racist, and then they're like, yeah, they might be racist, but they're not like slave owner racist. like somebody that we
That's so true.
She could have maybe done better. Okay, here's the thing. One thing, and I would have even actually not give her any, is she said, well, I guess that's just what they did back then.
Yeah.
She should have followed that up with saying something along the lines of, and I understand that that's a departure from the way I've talked about this before. That was to me, the one thing that was missing.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's okay, now that you have this information, have you had any personal growth? Do you think about things differently? You have to acknowledge that. Yeah. Because when you're presented with new information, it's okay to change your mind. It's good to change your mind, but you should acknowledge that has happened.
If she is shaming descendants of this, will she continue to do that when she is now one of them, Dana? And it is funny. She's so wrapped up in identity, and she had no idea who she was.
Well, now we understand why she always makes Whoopi get the coffee. I don't know. That's not true.
That's not true.
But you think about things that she said and how offensive they are.
Yeah.
Well, karma.
Yeah, it is karma.
Greg Gutfeld didn't waste any time reacting to Sunny's response. He made fun of her shock and questioned whether she was being honest about it. Now that you know your family's history, are you going to rethink your constant lectures about systemic racism and oppression? He joked. He pointed out that Sunny often criticizes others for things done in the past, yet when it came to her own ancestors owning slaves, she brushed it off by saying, "That's just what people did back then." This led to Gutfeld's main point, hypocrisy. Sunny calls America racist all the time, but when the issue involves her own family, she suddenly treats it like it doesn't matter. His sharp comments connected with viewers, who quickly pointed out the double standard on social media. They felt Sunny's reaction to her family history wasn't just surprising, it showed a lack of awareness. Gutfeld also noted the irony. Someone who constantly talks about identity and race didn't even know major parts of her own identity. He even joked, "Now we know why she makes Whoopi get the coffee." The comment was meant to be funny, but it also highlighted something deeper. Sunny's strong focus on race sometimes stops her from having meaningful and balanced discussions. The segment wasn't just an attack, it acted like a mirror showing Sunny the contradictions in her own arguments. And it was clear she wasn't prepared to face that truth.
She is shaming descendants of this. Will she continue to do that when she is now one of them?
As expected, the internet reacted immediately. Clips of Gutfeld's takedown went viral within hours, with many people praising him for saying what they believed others were afraid to say. One person commented, "Sunny Hostin finding out her ancestors were slaveholders is a plot twist we never expected," but Greg Gutfeld's reaction was priceless. Another wrote, "Sunny's hypocrisy finally caught up with her, and Gutfeld exposed it perfectly." Some people defended Sunny, saying the backlash was unfair and that she was simply trying to understand new information. But for many viewers, her casual tone and refusal to take responsibility made the criticism even stronger. Gutfeld's response wasn't just about Sunny, it was part of a bigger discussion about race, history, and personal responsibility. He pointed out that some people use identity politics as a weapon while ignoring contradictions in their own lives. Sunny's situation is a reminder that no one is completely free from the complications of history. But the real question is, how do we deal with these truths? For Sunny, it seemed like she chose to avoid the issue, a choice that didn't sit well with Gutfeld or the audience. This moment between Gutfeld and Sunny Hostin is more than just another viral clip, it reflects the cultural divide we see today. Gutfeld's sharp criticism of her reaction and her ongoing double standard struck a nerve, leading to heated debates about accountability and identity politics. So what do you think? Was Gutfeld right to call out Sunny, or did she handle the situation well? Let us know in the comments, and before you leave, don't forget to like and subscribe for more bold opinions, intense debates, and viral moments.